say call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Chakwadash. I would like to give double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone, the men that I learned the truth from. And I would like to say Shalom, Waparakim, Lapakayim, Shah Yashala, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, sincerely waiting and enduring until the return of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to deliver us out of this last captivity. I'm going to title this video, Israel Will Not Share the Kingdom, because Christianity teaches a common misconception that the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, Hebrew name being Yahweh Shah, they teach that he's coming back to deliver all mankind and take all mankind into heaven, and everybody's going to be living together as one big happy family. What you got to understand, during the Tower of Babel, when they were trying to bring all nations together and have everybody speak one language, that's when the Most High separated the nations and confounded the languages. If he wanted everybody to come together, he would not have done that. There's a purpose and a reason to everything that the Most High does. He doesn't just do stuff just to do it. If he separated the nations and confounded the languages, that means he wanted us to be different and separate. Okay, now out of those nations, he chose a nation to be separate and holy. Okay, let's get that real quick. Matter of fact, let me get some real fast, a common scripture. Bear with me 1 second. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Yeah, see, you Christians and Christianity teaches that the Lord changes, because he clearly established covenant with Jacob. He established a covenant with Abraham. He established a covenant with Moses. He established a covenant with King David. And none of these covenants have been fully fulfilled, because the promise of their seed was that they're going to receive the kingdom of heaven. Okay? That was the whole promise of the covenant. And for y'all to say that other nations can be included with Israel and join hand in hand, you're saying that the Most High changes. But he says he changed not, therefore the sons of Jacob are not consumed. So the sons of Jacob are not going to be consumed. You so-called white people are out of your mind to think that you can do what you've done on the earth. I mean, just on a global scale with, poisoning the food, water, air, instituting wars. You'll make a false flag in your own country just to go to war with another country and take over their country and set up a central bank and continue your debt system to control people, stuff like that. But more importantly, of what you've done to the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. For you to do what you've done and to think that you're going to be in the kingdom of heaven hand in hand, holding hands with the children of Israel, you are out of your mind. You are bugged out and you're totally gone. That's why I titled this video, Israel Will Not Share the Kingdom. Let me get another precept. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people. Hold on 1 second. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Talking about the children of Israel. That's why he confounded the languages and separated the nations. And then he chose a nation. He said it's a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And we know that the Lord does not change. So that there's no equality in that. There's no sharing the kingdom. There's no hand in hand singing lullabies, man. The earth was made for the Israelites' sake, and the rest of you nations are going to serve them in captivity. The Israelites served you other nations in captivity, and you think you're not going to serve them in their kingdom when the Lord sets it up? You're out of your mind. Those covenants have to be established. Okay? Let me get another precept. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed. Has the Most High set up his kingdom on earth yet? No. Look at the earth. War is always on the horizon. War is about to begin once again. World War III. You got chaos all across the globe in certain countries. Economic upheaval. It's one of the worst times to be alive in this day and age unless you have the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, on your side. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So the kingdom is not going to be left to other people. Who is it going to be left to? The children of Israel. That's who the kingdom of heaven is for. That's what the promise was all about. Okay? Let me get another precept. We're just going to keep bringing up precepts because Israel is not going to share the kingdom. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Which that lets us know that those people in the land right now are not the true children of Israel because they don't have slaves right now. Yeah, they run the earth. They run Hollywood media news, but they don't have people building the walls. They're supposed to have slaves laying gold bricks, laying them gold streets. Okay? It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So when the Israel gets set up in their land in the kingdom of heaven, they're going to rule over their oppressors. They're going to take captive the people that took them captive, you so-called white people. You people have no clue what's finna befall you on this earth. There has always been kingdoms that have ruled and have slaves. That's why I brought up that scripture in Daniel chapter 2, verse 44, because there was a prophecy of the statue that Daniel gave to Nebuchadnezzar about his dream. And he broke down the head of gold, which was Babylon. And he broke down the silver, which was the Medo-Persian Empire. And he broke down the bronze, which was the Greco-Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? On down to, it was, all the way to the European Union, NATO, with America, man. These were kingdoms that have ruled and have been built on the backs and on the blood and sweat and tears of the Hebrew Israelites. America was no different. So what makes you think the kingdom of heaven is just going to be some place you floating in a whole nother dimension? The Lord's prayer is, let thy will be on earth as it is in heaven. So the kingdom is going to be set up on earth. And guess what? Slaves are going to build the kingdom of heaven. That is the promise given to King David. That is the promise given to Moses. That is the promise given to Abraham. That is the promise given to Adam. And for all you people out there that's saying everybody can be saved, you are basically calling the Most High a lie and saying that he broke his covenant and his promise with Abraham and the rest of the forefathers, man. Let me go to the New Testament for all you New Testament Christians out there that don't like the Old Testament, which if you don't like the Old Testament, you can't like the New Testament because the New Testament quotes from the Old Testament. This is Hebrews. This is Hebrews chapter 9, verse 1. Wait a minute. No. Okay, so this is Hebrews chapter 8, verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. What was the first main covenant? With Moses. When Moses gave the children of Israel the laws, they were the only nation given the law. There's 18 nations in the Bible. The Israelites were the only nation given the law, so they were the only ones that could sin because they were the only ones given the law. Sin is transgression of the law. All the other nations have always been pagans and worshiped their other gods and their false gods that they believe to be true. The Most High never dealt with them. He never cared about them because he never gave them the law. So for all you so-called white people, Chinese people, whoever that's out here thinking you trying to please the Most High don't give a damn about you. And I'm going to get that scripture to sum it up. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So you had the Israelites, one of their laws was keeping the high holy day of the Passover. They would sacrifice a lamb. One of the prophecies stated was there was a Messiah that was supposed to come. Well, guess what? The Messiah is the one who the world calls Jesus Christ. His Hebrew name, Yahushua. He was the sacrificial lamb for Israel. Why would he be a sacrificial lamb for any other nation if they never even knew about keeping the Passover law? They never kept the Passover law because that's not a custom that was given to them by the Most High through Moses. It was only given to the Israelites. They weren't waiting on a Messiah. The Romans weren't waiting on a Messiah to save them. The Israelites were. Now, you had some Israelites that didn't believe that it was Yahushua when he came on the scene, but that doesn't mean they're not Israelites. Okay? It says, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. Period, man. Period. The new covenant is only for the house of Israel, man. So you other nations trying to come in and partake in something that was never given to you and hasn't even been established. Here it is, you have the Hebrew Israelites still in captivity till this day, and you other nations are trying to say that you can be saved. The Israelites are even still in captivity, and they've been chosen over you. So how the hell do you think you can interject yourself into something? You people are nuts. I'm going to get another scripture real quick to wrap it up to prove that you other nations ain't shit. And the Most High said so. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. Yeah, all nations come from Adam. Adam was the first man. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Going back to what I read in Deuteronomy. Above all people. The Israelites were set above all people on the earth. All this have I, verse 55, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. The Lord made the world for the Israelites' sake. The Israelites are going to rule the world. And they're not going to share it with nobody because that's not part of the promise. That's not part of the covenant. Verse 56, and as for the other people which also come of Adam, you other nations outside of the Israelites, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So the Most High created you just to be a slave for the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, you've all had your kingdoms. Yeah, you've all had your time to rule. And even right now, you even have your time to gad up abroad and worship your false idols and worship your gods and believe what you want to believe. But there's going to come a time when the kingdom of heaven is set up on the earth, and you're going to be slaves to the Israelites, and Israel shall not share the kingdom. To the next video, I say shalom.